It is possible. One day it will happen in Jesus' name. To be a father is a nice thing. It got its aches and its pain too. It's not easy going. But thanks be to God that through Jesus Christ, we who gave our life to Jesus has find fatherhood, fathership more meaningful. What I want to share with us today is very simple. We think a lot about Mother's Day, and we celebrate our mothers a lot. We celebrate our mothers because we have seen their love and their graciousness and their kindness and their sympathetic way of dealing with us. And we find that the women always get the edge over the men.
Well.
It seems like the men are doing nothing. But today, I want to encourage the men to stay firm because you are doing something which sometimes the women don't understand.
Okay. Explain that. Wait. You're picking a fight and abuse him.
You see, because the men are stronger than the women. That's what the word of God says.
Clarify. Tell us where.
The men are the strong vessel. And the women are the weaker vessel. Well, I'm talking to men. Men, I want you to understand.
Oh, gee.
I think about it.
We carry him. How?
But you find that what wouldn't show up from a man in public and in the face of people, you find it will show out from the women.
Okay.
But
So who's stronger?
it's kind of, the same.
Yeah, that's right.
What I want to say today is that the men don't show where their emotion will be so high and people will recognize it. But deep within the men, there is deep emotion. There is deep also fear. There's deep pain in the man. But as I said again, you don't see it sometimes. But the Word of God, in the Word of God, it shows us where some men have shown this emotion. Number one, we have David. We have David. A man that loved God, a man that feared God, a man that served God, a man that worked for God. He was a man mighty in battle, we know that. And we might feel that he had no emotion or no feeling. Sometimes people think that we don't have feelings, that men don't have feelings. Why you guys so quiet with me? But men get feelings. Men get a lot of feelings. And it does happen a lot inside. Sometimes it will come out at some time, but most of the time, you know, it does be there. It does be there. But at this point in time, David, in 2 Samuel, David had to let it go. He had to let it go. You see, it was a case where David loved his children. He loved his family. He was a king. And he had sons. And one son was behaving bad. He wanted to rule. He wanted to take over from his father. You know, it was hurting him. I want you to know it was hurting him, ladies. It was hurting him because he loved his son. His son. It caused him pain. It caused him pain to know that he is plotting against him. He wants to take over from him. Not honestly, but by force. You know, when the father died as a king, it's then one of them, you know, who had fallen supposed to reign and rule. But he wanted to take over. He feel like people like him because he was so beautiful and handsome. People like him. You know, he wanted to take over the throne. And it caused grief and pain to David. His father. So it so happens as we go down the line, as we read 2 Samuel, we find that the men and Absalom, he gathered some guys, some soldiers, and they are going to come to fight against his father. And his father was worried. It was painful for him. Father loved their children. I don't know about others, but I know I love mine. Oh, by the way, I have two of my sons are here with me.
Praise God. Praise God.
And it so happened that the men of war for David's side are going out to fight against Absalom, his son. Hear what David tell them. David said in 2 Samuel 18:5, it says, David tell them not to harm his son. Imagine, his son is coming to fight against him, to kill him, to destroy him. It's painful. Men just go through a lot of pain for the children. Even working in the industries, They work hard to look after their children, their family. Who said they love them? Because, okay, I really start talking about this money spirit. Because, the men don't cry out and don't say it out loud. Many times people feel that the men don't like their family. They don't like their children. But it's not so. Men just work hard. Why do you think they're working hard? They're working because they love their family. I'm talking about every man, right? I know. Right? I know we get some but the men of God who love God, right, and know what God expects of them, they will work hard to make sure that their families are okay. They will make sure that their families find love, find comfort in them, find comfort in their presence. They work hard. And we must recognize that is not something easy for them. It's hard for them. Yes, many times we say, Mommy go through a lot for me. I'm talking again about it. Mommy go through a lot for me. She go through 9 months of pain and heartaches and all kinds of different, what we may call it, situation to get me, to get you, And we always feel, so respectful, so nice, and we always want to treat our mother the best, but when we look at the father, but dear fathers, don't take worries. Don't take worries. Once you know God is on your side, that's the best. Hallelujah. We gotta trust God, that through our lives and our support for our children and family, we trust that God will help our women and women folks to, recognize and, treat us. And, we get feeling. David, David, when the word come to David and they went out, God do some miracle and cause Absalom to die. David and trouble him. But David warned them. He said, God, don't kill my son. God, don't kill him. You know why? Because he was concerned. Because he loved his son, despite he loved his son. And who killed David's son? Was David's chief soldier, Joab. Is he killed David's son? Just imagine. I tell you, when one of the soldiers came and said to David asked if my boy is okay. He turned how he talked the story. He said no or yes. He just used a fancy term. And David don't know if I did. And David started one crying. David started to cry. David started to cry. Because he loves his son. He's a father. He is a father and he loved his son. He cared for his son. Hallelujah. It's not easy. He had pain, a lot of pain. Not pain like how a woman will die in labor, but it's pain. It kind of upset his mind and his emotion. You're talking about emotion? Men get a lot of emotion, you know. I know the women, they have plenty. Men get a lot too. And it does show at certain times. Not only David, not only David, but we see it happen also to Jacob. Jacob, he loved God. After he get his experience with God, he loved God. In Genesis 31, you read it. Jacob had a little story that he had to run away, which we know, right? And he find himself by his uncle, and he was a young man thinking about a family too. He wasn't married yet, but he was a young man thinking about a family. It was there in his mind. And he began to work towards having his family. And look at the pain that he went through. He worked 7 years for the one he loved. And his father, his father-in-law, which is his uncle, deceived him. Man, working 7 years hard, 7 years for your girlfriend. But man, your girlfriend, the one that he loved. And that is what his father-in-law promised him. Yes. And that is what his father-in-law did to him. It was painful when the father-in-law gave him the one that he didn't love. Maybe he must have liked, but not loved. And he gave him to wife. Don't say that we could marry again and again and again. There's another story again. But that's what happened then. Amen? Amen. So, after he married his first daughter, father-in-law said, you cannot get the younger one. The bigger one got to go first. Why he didn't tell you that in the first place? He deceived him. And now the poor boy got to work another 7 years to get he loved him. And it was painful to him, but he counted on joy because he wanted that one. Because the one he fell in love with. Because the one he loved. So he worked for that one. And it so happened that he get that one. And then both of them made children for him. In the midst of all of this, his father-in-law still treated him bad. It was painful. And after a little while, he decided, well, Jacob decided, I can't stay here anymore with my father-in-law because he wants to dominate my life. He don't want to take my children. And it's just that he had wanted to do. He wanted to dominate and take over of his children. And after Jacob decided, he called his 2 wives and they talked about this thing. And they decided to go with Jacob. because they said the father get nothing to give them. So they went with their husband, they got away. And that is smartness in the thing because they used to worship a god. They had an idol. And Rachel take the idol, hide it, and carry it away. So when the father looking for it, he cannot find it, you know. And next thing you know, he shoot up behind Jacob then. Because remember, after Jacob cast blessing, so much bountiful blessing on his father-in-law. His father-in-law really wanted to, so he thought the father-in-law said, look, so, I saw you so much, so, look, I need my portion and so on. And God gave Jacob wisdom. And Jacob tell me that, look, these type going to be mine when they come, and these going to be yours. So they come to the agreement. So when Jacob now start multiply with his sheep and cattle and whatever, and it becomes more than Laban, Jacob began to be fearful because something going to happen because he noticed the father-in-law, they're getting a little worried about all of this Jacob get. And the father-in-law had a son who was instigating problem, because he said Jacob get too much, more than the father. So Jacob had to hustle and get out. So he was very fearful for his family. He was fearful for his family, so he had to get out. You talk about pain and fears of a father. That's part of what I want to tell you today. That's part of what father does go through. Work hard and are fearful of things people might say and do to them. Have to look over, have to train his children. The Bible tells us that we have to train our children. And he had to do that too. He had to train his children so that they can know that God is a wonderful God and he is a merciful God. So he had to do all of these things. And it's painful. It was painful for him. But thank God, God tells Joseph, here, don't worry about your father-in-law. You can't do it. Despite he run and he come before you, I promise you that I am going to bless you and I'm going to keep you and I'm going to be a protector for you. Don't be afraid. And thank God, as a father, Jacob, he was protective of his family. He was looking for the protection and the safeness of his family. And God tell him just that I will look after your family. So men, today, continue to be a father. Continue to be a father of peace, a father of pain, a father of fear. But God is going to be with you. It's in us. Fear and pain is in us. We just feel pain too, women. Mothers, we just feel pain too. We love our children. We love our wives.
Amen.
Yes. Only God knows. Only God knows. Only God knows. We gotta just trust God for the best for our families.
Yes.
We also have, well, these stories is a long story. I'm just trying to cut short in. This story is a long story. And now we have the prodigal father. The prodigal father. This man suffered a lot of pain also. And he was very emotional. And he was very fearful for his son. Pain and fear and show love and compassion. That man. Nobody knows the trouble I have seen, and nobody knows the pain that I feel. Only Jesus. Men go through a lot. Men go through a lot.
We agree.
Amen. Amen. Yes.
We agree.
Fathers, stay firm. Trust God. God will bring you through. He's going to strengthen you.
Yes.
He's going to bring you through.
Yes.
He's going to make a way for you.
Yes.
The boy was giving his father a hard time going. The prodigal son. I believe he was giving his father a hard time. And he watching and watching to see the time when he could make the dash. And he come to his father one day and he said, "Well, Father, look, I need portion belongs to me. Give it to me. I'm my own man. I want to go out in the world. I want to go have my own thing, do my own thing." He had a dialogue with the father, you know. I'm telling you. He didn't just go and ask the father and get this thing. He had to have a death. I believe the father tried to persuade him not to go too. But father say, okay, seeing that you're your own big man, as we will say, well, here. And then he went and he do stubbornness. And then when he gets in trouble, he come back. And the Bible says, while he was afar off, his father saw him. It means his father had him in his heart. His father was praying and asking God to bring him back home too. His father was asking God, Lord, yes, allow him to get his experience and bring him back. And the father was looking for his son. He was looking for his son because he loved his son. It was painful to let him go. It was painful to see the attitude that he went. And his father was praying and looking for him. And when he was afar off, his father saw him. And what his father did, when the father saw him, the father recognized him, and the father went to him. Why? Because the father had love. He had compassion. He had, as we call it, feelings. He had feelings. And I want you to know that we have feelings. We have feelings.
Yes.
We have feelings.
Yes.
We have feelings. It's hard. It's hard. We just go through some rough thing as men because we don't really show it, right? Because we don't really show it. We just get put one side. Don't worry. He ain't got no feelings. We get a lot of feelings. We get a lot of feelings, but we behave differently. We behave differently. Hallelujah. Glory to God. Sometimes we as men, we just gotta hold our peace and just let God fight the battle. We just gotta hold our peace and praise God. Praise the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. Glory to God. Even Joseph, Jesus' father. God warned Joseph because Joseph was afraid. He was fearful going back by Herod because Herod had wanted to kill the baby. They fled, and when the Spirit of the Lord told him to come back, he was kind of fearful because after Herod died, his son take over, and he was fearful for the baby because of Herod's son. It shows the fear and the pain of losing Jesus. Men, I'm encouraging you today. Stand up for Jesus. Stand up for your family. Stand up for them. Stay with them. Pray for them. Minister to them. Continue to tell them about Jesus. Continue to tell them about the love of Jesus. Be good fathers. Be good husbands. God is going to be with you.
Amen.
He is going to be with you.
Amen.
Be a good father. Be a good nourisher. Train up your children, as Proverbs says. Train them up. Teach them the ways of God. Love them. God promised that He is going to bless you. He's going to be with you. He's going to be with us. Hallelujah. He's going to be with us.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Today, I'd like to encourage all of us. You men who are out there, Jesus can make the difference in your life.
Yes.
Jesus can make the difference in your life. Where you can be a good father, a loving father, a caring father. You have feelings. God knows you have feelings. But God wants to help you with those feelings to put it in the rightful place, rightful perspective. He can do it. And for Him to do it, we have to give Him the chance.
Amen.
So I encourage you, men out there. Jesus said, I am the way and the truth and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. He said, come, take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. He will help you to weather those storms of life that will come before you. He will give you the peace amidst the storm. Today, happy Father's Day to all of you men.
Amen.
God bless you.
Amen.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. God is good.
Yes, he is.
Hallelujah.
Amen.